से स्थिति श्री गंगाधर पंडित गोस्वामी का आविर्भाव सच्चिदानंद ठाकुर का भी तिरुभाव जगन्नाथ देव का गुंडिचा मात्र तीनों तिथि एक साथ में गंगाधर पंडित उन्होंने ऐसा एक अभिनय किया, जब भी भगवान का नित्य पार्षद है तब भी एक अभिनय किया कि उन्होंने पुंडरीक विद्यानिधि को दर्शन करने के लिए गया मुकुंद के साथ। बोला एक वैष्णव ऐसा दिखाएंगे कि तुम बराबर हमको याद करोगे, ऐसा होगा। तो जब दिया तो देखा पुंडरीक विद्यानिधि बड़ा शानदार बिस्तरा, और आलम का हुआ पिगिलानी पान से बाके वो फेंकने के लिए सोने का डब्बा।
वंशी ब्रो थोड़ा सा स्लो करो। बोलते था तुम आज
तो वो देखा, देख के उनका मन में एक विचार आया कि अच्छा वैष्णव दर्शन करने के लिए आया, जिनका सोने का पिगिदानी और ऐसा बिस्तरा और जो पालंक का पहिया वो हिंगूल से पे किया हुआ, तो देख के मतलब उनका थोड़ा बाहर विचार में अवज्ञा आया कि वैष्णव ऐसा कैसे है। इससे हम लोगों को शिक्षा दिया कि बाहरी आचरण से वैष्णव पहचाना जाता है। इसलिए बोला वैष्णव चिन्हित नारी दिव्य सपुति मुई गंजन हो शिशु अल्प हो। अच्छा, तो एक बात जब महाप्रभु के पास गया तो महाप्रभु को पूछा मैं क्या करूं, इन्होंने कौन है तत्व विचार में राधा रानी, और पुंडरीक विद्यानिधि कौन है विश्वभानुराज। तो ऐसा ही तो देखा जा, तो आप उनको क्या करना, क्या हमने कोई अभी शिक्षा लिया नहीं, दीक्षा लिया नहीं, तो उनसे दीक्षा लिया, ऐसा देखा जाए। हमें इसमें ध्यान देके देखना है, सुनना है, तभी इसको मालूम पड़ेगा, नहीं तो मालूम पड़ेगा। इसलिए जरूरत है वैष्णव संग करना। वैष्णव संग ना करे तो समझेंगे ही नहीं। दूसरी ठाकुर भक्ति विनोद का भी, ठाकुर भक्ति विनोद का उनका नाना बड़ा अमीर था, नाम था ईश्वर चंद्र मुस्तूरी, पूरा ग्राम में थोड़ी बहुत बड़ा धनी था। इनका नाना कृष्णवर राजा का तो नवाब का आदमी उसमें गया, अटक करके रख लिया। इतना तुम्हारा बोलता है, कोई फिक्स नहीं था इसको। कोई फिक्स नहीं, इसलिए उनको वहाँ अटक करके रख दिया। तो उनको उन्होंने छुड़ा के लाया, ऐसा देखिए। उनका वहाँ पुतला का नाच होता था, बाउल गीत होता था, ऐसा सुनने को आता था। लेकिन ऐसा सुनने से भी देखने से भी उनका कोई परिवर्तन हुआ नहीं, कोई उसका असर उनका ऊपर नहीं पड़ा, कोई असर हुआ नहीं। उन्होंने वैष्णव ही रहा। ऐसा देखता था कैसे बनाता है मूर्ति को, ये बोलेगा कब देवता बोलेगा, वो बोलेगा जो उसका ऊपर मिट्टी लिपाई करेगा। तो मिट्टी लिपाई हुआ, वहाँ कोई तो हुआ नहीं। तो बोलता है जब रंग देकर मिस्त्री ने पूर्ण एक और देगा तब होगा, तो तब भी तो हुआ नहीं। तो बोला मेरा भी विश्वास नहीं है। बोले बाबू ऐसा बोलता है तो मानिए। तो इसमें यही जो बात बोला, उसमें मट्टी और ऐसा दे करके बनाया, इसलिए उनका कोई भगवान का विग्रह का बारे में नित्यत्व का कोई ये हुआ नहीं, कोई फर्क पड़ा नहीं। उन्होंने तो ऐसा किया, और उनका जो आचरण ही रहा। एकादश शिव मंदिर ऐसा सब एक हुआ, तब भी उन्होंने उनका जो कृष्ण भक्ति, कृष्ण निष्ठा, ये प्यूट रहा, इसमें कोई फर्क आया नहीं, ऐसा दिखाया। तो इसलिए सब शिक्षा करता है। विस्तार में कोई फर्क पड़ा नहीं। तब सवाल करते हैं कैसे? सवाल करने से भी कई जो लोग नास्तिक है, इनको दिखाने के लिए इसलिए है। आज तो गुंडीचा मंदिर माध्यम, चैतन्य देव का पहले गुंडीचा मंदिर माध्यम कभी हुआ नहीं। 1 साल तो पड़ा रहता है, वहाँ गंदा होता था, नौकों से साफ कराता था। लेकिन गुंडीचा मंदिर माध्यम ये कभी हुआ नहीं। चैतन्य देव प्रवर्तन किया, गुंडीचा मंदिर माध्यम किया। इसमें क्या शिक्षा दिया? ना यदि कोई भक्त अपना दिल में भगवान को बैठाने के लिए को इच्छा करे, तो सबसे पहले उनको अपना हृदय रूपी जो गुंडीचा इनको मार्जन करना चाहिए। हृदय रूपी गुंडीचा का मार्जन।
So Srila Maharaj, he started mentioning about, first he spoke about Srila Gadadhar Pandit because today is his appearance day. And then Srila Maharaj spoke about Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur because today is disappearance day of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And then he continued with Shri Kundicha Mandir Marjan Leela. Because every year we are having Gundicha Mandir Marjan just one day before Rath Yatra. Even though according to Tithi, this year Gundicha Mandir Marjan is also tomorrow. But because tomorrow is Rath Yatra, so on the same day it is not possible. So that's why Gaudiya Vaishnavas, they observed this Gundicha Mandir Marjan Leela today itself. So the very first thing Srila Maharaj started speaking about Sri Gadadhar Pandit, he mentioned only one pastime, that how Sri Gadadhar Pandit, when he was in Sri Dham Navadvip, at that time one associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Mukunda Datta, he approached him and asked that, oh, Gadadhar Pandit, I want to take you for the darshan of a Vaishnava. You will remember me throughout your life that I have taken you to such a great personality. So come with me, I will take you to one great devotee, Pundit Vidyanidhi. So he brought him at the house of Shri Pundit Vidyanidhi. Gadadhar Pandit, even though he is Srimati Radhika, and Pundit Vidyanidhi, he is Vrishabhanu Maharaj. But still, Srila Maharaj mentioned to teach people like us. He manifested one special pastime, that Gadadhar Pandit, by seeing the opulence of Pundit Vidyanidhi, he saw the opulence, that how he was dressed up, the kind of bed he was using, the ornaments he was wearing, the pan he was chewing, and the ladies who were holding, what do you call this? Pitun. They were holding, pitun means a pot for spitting. So they were carrying in their hands, which was made out of gold. In both sides they were standing. Maybe any side he wants, he can just face turn on that direction, in that direction, and spit. So in this way, by seeing that kind of opulence of Pundit Vidyanidhi, Gadadhar Pandit, in his heart, he started contemplating that, oh, Mukunda Datta, he was saying that he is going to take me for the darshan of a great devotee, but where he has brought me to such a person who is bhogi, who is sense enjoyer. So in this way, Gadadhar Pandit, he came up, Srila Maharaj used the word avagya. He was having some kind of disobedience for Sri Gadadhar Pandit, for Pundit Vidyanidhi, and then he left that place. When this particular thing came in the ears of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Mahaprabhu immediately gave him a teaching. And then again he went to see Shri Pundit Vidyanidhi with Mukunda Datta. Then Mukunda Datta, he understood the heart of Gadadhar Pandit and he chanted one verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, Aho Bakiyam Stanakal Putam. This verse, as soon as he chanted this verse, Pundit Vidyanidhi, he manifested the symptoms of prema and tears started flowing from his eyes. He fell down from his bed, started rolling on the ground, chanting Ha Krishna, Ha Krishna. While seeing this, Gadadhar Pandit, he was amazed and thinking again and again that, oh, I have done a wrong thing. Why earlier different kind of thought came in my mind about Pundit Vidyanidhi, how to rectify myself. He consulted Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who advised him that if you make any kind of offense at the lotus feet of your devotee, then what you have to do? You have to surrender yourself. You have to take shelter. You have to serve. Then and only then you can get free from your offense. So by hearing this advice from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Gadadhar Pandit, he took complete shelter at the lotus feet of Pundit Vidyanidhi, got initiated by him. Then Srila Maharaj mentioned, even though we hear this pastime many times, but we really don't pay attention that what is the duty of a person, what is the way to have darshan of the devotees. Srila Maharaj quoted that Vaishnava Chinite Nare Devera Shakati, even though it is been mentioned by the devotees that even demigods, they get bewildered by seeing the characteristics of devotees. Vaishnava Chinite Nare, even they are unable to recognize the Vaishnavas. Mui kono jan hum, shishu alpamati. That what is my position then? I am like a very young kid whose intelligence is not even developed. So how can I recognize a Vaishnava? So that's why by this particular incident, Sri Gadadhar Pandit, he taught that what is the real process of having darshan of the devotees. If you commit some kind of offense, then what you have to do? He followed the words of Sriman Mahaprabhu. Sriman Mahaprabhu gave importance that, oh, if you have done something like that, then what you have to do? What kind of atonement you have to perform? So when Srila Maharaj mentioned that when one really associates with sadhus, pays attention on their words, then and only then understand the gravity of these kind of teachings, and then he himself can refrain from these kind of things and stay away from it. Then Srila Maharaj started speaking about Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Today is his disappearance day. So Srila Maharaj mentioned that how Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, he took birth in the house of his maternal grandfather, Sri Ishwar Chandra Mustafi, in the village of Pula Gram, which is close to Sri Navadvip Dham. He took birth there. Even though in the house of his grandfather, the worship of Durga Devi was going on, even though there were so many Shiva Lingas worshipped in their property itself, and owl, baul, many kind of different people, they used to come, sing and even gives their speech. But still from the very childhood, even though Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he took birth as well as brought up in that place, but still he was not affected at all by those words which were being spoken in that village by anybody and everybody. By this particular thing, even though it seems very small, but we can see that how Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he is the eternal associate of the Lord. He is having such a staunch faith in Krishna Bhakti that he never deviated even a little bit by hearing all these things even in his childhood. Then Srila Maharaj mentioned that how in that village at the time of Durga Puja or in Janmashtami time, the villagers, they used to make the deities out of mud. First they used to bring some kind of strong straw, and then they bring the mud and then make it like a deity. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, from the very first time, as soon as he saw them making these things, he is asking that, oh, what you are doing? Then they say, oh, we are making the deity of such and such demigod. Then he says, oh, but when the demigod will appear? Then they say, oh, when we will put the mud and the shape will be given, then when that thing done, then he said, oh, where is demigod? He does not speak. Then they say, oh, when we will paint it, then and only then he will speak. Then when they paint, then he again asks them, oh, does he appear or not? Then they say, oh, when we will put the eyes, then he will speak. Then he will appear. When they put the eye, then Bhaktivinoda Thakur again asks them, does the demigod appear now or not? Then those people, those who are making the deities, they were amazed by his inquisitiveness, that oh, how he really is interested in this subject matter. He wants to know, he wants to understand. And finally they themselves used to say, actually we are also not convinced that by doing these kind of things demigod appears or not. So Srila Maharaj mentioned that from the very childhood he was in that kind of mode that he wanted to be realistic. He wanted to know if somebody is doing something, what is the purpose behind this. Unless and until somebody is really convinced, how can one believe on something? So this is what came in this question and answer conversation. So in this way Srila Maharaj mentioned throughout his life he was unaffected at all. There was no effect of all these kind of people. His bhakti was staunch. So in this way Srila Maharaj mentioned only this thing about him, that how his Krishna bhakti was so strong from the very childhood. We can see that he manifested that he was eternal associate of the Lord. And then Srila Maharaj started speaking about Gundicha Mandir Marjan, that prior to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu coming to Sri Jagannath Puri, even though people, they used to clean the temple of Gundicha Devi, where Lord Jagannath comes by chariot, but still that work was being performed by the servants of the king. No devotees used to go and clean that place. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, through his own conduct, he started teaching us the devotees that, oh, we want to do this work. Then Srila Maharaj mentioned that how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is the Pravartaka. Pravartaka means the one who started or the one who established this particular thing, that those people, those who want that Lord can come and sit in their heart, what they have to do? First they have to clean their heart, which is compared with Gundicha Mandir, Gundicha temple. Then and only then Lord can come and sit there. Unless and until it is clean, how can he come and how can we expect that he can come and he can stay there? So in this way Srila Maharaj wants to speak to Chaitanya Charitamrita itself, maybe he will continue with that.
আপনার ইচ্ছা যদি থাকে গ্রন্থ থেকে বলুন বা ইচ্ছা থাকে সময় কম আছে আজকে একটু এমনি শিক্ষা দিয়ে দিলেই হবে, তারপরে কালকে আপনি গ্রন্থ থেকে প্রারম্ভ করবেন।
इसमें भी ये भगवान को भगवान बोल के समझना, जब भी जगन्नाथ का शब्द सेवा इसको बोलता है यहाँ नीति, कृष्ण का कौन सा नीति, यहाँ नीति है कई गुंडिका मंदिर को साफ करना, जगन्नाथ वहाँ जाकर रहेंगे, क्यों रहेंगे वहाँ, क्या उद्देश्य है, इसका बारे में किसी को जानकारी नहीं है। इसलिए चैतन्य देव जिन्होंने जानकारी देने के लिए यहाँ आया, उन्होंने दिखाया कि जगन्नाथ जो विग्रह है ये प्रतिमा नहीं है, साक्षात विग्रह, प्रतिमा न हो तुम्हें, साक्षात ब्रजेंद्र नंदन। ये शिक्षा देने के लिए राज पुरोहित काशी मिश्र ओडिशा इनका पास ये सेवा मांग के लिया, सेवा मांग के लिया, सेवा मांग के लेने पड़ता है। सेवा करके भगवान को कृतार्थ नहीं करना, खुद कृतार्थ बनना, इसको शिक्षा देने के लिए ही कई लीला। तभी वही बोला कि आपका योग्य सेवा नहीं है, तब भी आपका एक लीला, ऐसा बोला। तो चैतन्य देव स्वयं मार्जन करके दिखाया। तो मैं उद्देश्य क्या है, ना भगवान को भगवान समझना, और भगवान को अपना हृदय में बैठाने के लिए जो कोशिश, बैठाने के लिए जो क्रिया, ये कैसे होता है ये दिखाया। सब भक्तों को एक झाड़ू देके साफ करने के लिए जाना ऐसा नहीं, सबका अपना हाथ में माला चंदन दिया और सबका हाथ में झाड़ू और एक हाथ में घोड़ा दिया। लेकिन ऐसा करने का बगैर दूसरी कोई चिंता नहीं करना। क्या करना? कृष्ण कृष्ण, मतलब चित्त को मार्जन करो, तभी यही गुंड चित्त रूपी गुंडिका को मार्जन करो, नौकों से नहीं। संकेत क्या है? कृष्ण कृष्ण, भाग भी देता है कृष्ण कृष्ण बोल के, और वापिस लेता है कृष्ण कृष्ण बोल के, झाड़ू भी देता है कृष्ण कृष्ण बोल के, झाड़ू को वापिस भी देते हैं। ऐसा दिखाया। तभी तो बोला चेतो दर्पणवान जनो, शिक्षा देने के लिए ही है, प्रैक्टिकल शिक्षा। इसको मार्जन करो, तो चित्त झाड़ू देके चित्त से क्या निकलना है? हम लोग शास्त्र पढ़ा नहीं, भागवत में पहले ही बताया, निर्मोष शरणाम शताम वेद्य वास्तव वास्तव श्रीवदम तापोत्तरान उन्मूलनम, ये सब तो पढ़ लिया। लेकिन इसको चैतन्य ने प्रैक्टिकल करके दिखाया। जितने दर्पण माध्यम करो, कैसे माध्यम करना होता है ना, वही यही धूली वाली ऐसा करना, रेगुलेट की कौन सा चीज है, इसको साफ करना है। तो चित्त के अंदर में जो धर्म, अर्थ, काम, मोक्ष वांछा जो है, इसको निकालो। इसको निकालो, भागवत में बोला नहीं, सही तो बात बोला, कर्म में ही बताए। कौन समझेगा? निर्मोट शरणम स्वताम विद्यो।
प्रोजित कैतव, आप बोलते कैतव शब्द का अर्थ अज्ञान तमिल नाम
ये कोई तो धर्म, अर्थ, काम, वांछा आदि तार मध्य मुख्य वंचा कोई तो प्रधान, जहाँ हुई कृष्ण भक्ति स्वयं तत्साने भागवत का बात, और उसी के चैतन्य देव से किया, इसको शिक्षा दिया। उनका शिक्षा उन्हें पहले श्लोक में बताया, मार्जनम भवो महादावानी निर्वापनम सेव पैरव चंद्रिका विचरणम विद्यावधु जीवनम आनंदम बुद्धिवर्धनम प्रतिपदम पूर्णामृतस्सा सर्वात्म श्रवण परम विजयते श्री कृष्ण संकीर्तनम। यहाँ कृष्ण ने प्रैक्टिकल सिखाया कैसे माध्यम करने पड़ता है, सिर्फ उपदेश दे के नहीं, आचरण करके। षटकादेश अवतार कृष्ण द्वैपायन वेदव्यास इन्होंने वर्णन करके ये किया, स्वयं आचरण करके शिक्षा दिया नहीं। और कोई भगवान, कोई कृष्ण ही चैतन्य रूप से जब आया, अवतार कृष्ण चैतन्य रूप से जब आया, तो आप अपना आचरण करके शिक्षा दिया। क्योंकि पहले जो शिक्षा दिया था ग्रंथों का माध्यम से, इसमें जो ग्रहण करने में असमर्थ रहा, आज स्वयं प्रैक्टिकल करके देखा के शिक्षा दिया। यह है गुंडीचा मंदिर माध्यम।
So regarding Shri Gundicha Mandir Marjan, the very first thing Srila Maharaj mentioned is in Jagannath Puri, most of the people, they know Niti. Niti means they know all the rules and regulations, awe and reverence mode, that on such and such Niti what they have to do. Like when this day comes, they know that okay, the servants of the king, they will be cleaning Gundicha temple only today. When the Rath will start, when this thing will happen, when that thing will happen, all these things they follow according to the Tithi. But what is the real purpose? Why we have to do that? Why we have to clean Gundicha temple? Why today itself? All these truths, they are unaware about all these things. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to teach all these things. That what is the purpose of coming to this place? What is the purpose of Gundicha Mandir Marjan? Why? What is the real purpose of Jagannath Rath Yatra? All these things were practically and in the real sense it was being taught by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. And then Srila Maharaj mentioned that how on this day, prior to this day, Sriman Mahaprabhu, he asked Kashi Mishra. Who is Kashi Mishra? He is the Purohit of Maharaj Pratap Rudra. Sriman Mahaprabhu asked him that we want to perform this service of cleaning Gundicha temple. Even though Shri Kashi Mishra, he asked him, he just told Mahaprabhu by hearing these words that Prabhu, that seva is not fit for you. That is something which ordinary servants can do. But Sriman Mahaprabhu, he gave so much importance for the seva that he himself asked, no, we want to perform this seva. It will be our great good fortune if we can get this opportunity. At this point, Srila Maharaj mentioned and gave stress that what is the meaning of seva. Seva means that particular thing by which one feels that if he can attain that particular seva, then he will be indebted to a person who will give him seva, who will give him opportunity to serve. Srila Maharaj gave instruction that never think that by performing seva you are doing some like good favor to a person to whom you are serving. Instead, keep in your mind that a person who is giving you a chance to serve, he is giving you a good fortune. Not that you are making other person indebted. Instead, if he allows you to serve, then you must be indebted to that person. And then Srila Maharaj mentioned that Sriman Mahaprabhu, he appeared, he came to Jagannath Puri to teach some special things. First thing, Srila Maharaj mentioned that how Vigrah nahi tumi sakshat Brajendra Nandan. He came to teach that the deity of Lord Jagannath is not different from Brajendra Nandan Krishna. It's not a mere form. It's not only wooden statue. It is not different from the Lord. He came to teach this. And how one can relate with that personality, he practically taught that process also. The process of Gundicha Mandir Marjan, Srila Maharaj compared that it is not only a ritual, just by taking broom in your hand or earthen pot full of water, just cleaning something. It's not a ritual. What is this in reality? It's Srila Maharaj compared it with Cheto Darpan Marjan verse. That Mahaprabhu, he practically taught us that how to clean your chitta, your consciousness. And the process he showed is not only taking broom or water in your hand, but what you are going to do, having this consciousness that what I am going to do, what those dirty things which are there in my consciousness, I have to take away all those things. And then Srila Maharaj mentioned, what is that thing? Then he came up with a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, which mentions that this Bhagavad Dharma means a person who wants the Lord to manifest, appear in his heart. What he has to do? He has to clean his heart. And what is there is Matsarta. Matsarta means the combined form of Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moha and all these things. All these things are there in the heart. Then how it is possible that Lord can come and sit over there? And then he quoted from Chaitanya Charitamrita, because this verse from Bhagavatam, it mentions that Dharma Praujit Kaitava Param Nirmatsaranam Satam Vedyam, means the Bhagavad Dharma is so pure that only those sadhus, those who are nirmatsar, Srila Maharaj always gives stress on this word, that Bhagavad Dharma is not only known by sadhus, but known by those sadhus who are nirmatsar. Nirmatsar means without any enemy. And the different meaning is been given by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He says that who is bereft of the desire of dharma, artha, kam and moksha. That person is known as nirmatsar. That person can only know and enter into this path. So how we can become nirmatsar? This is been practically taught by Sriman Mahaprabhu. That whatever you are doing for the service of the Lord, along with that you have to always perform Nam Sankirtan. That's why Srila Maharaj mentioned that how when they were taking broom, cleaning or taking water, throwing water, giving earthen pot, taking earthen pot, they were always saying Krishna, 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 Krishna. Physically, whatever service came, they performed, but with a consciousness of always remembering the Lord, always remembering His lotus feet. So this is the real process by which one's consciousness can get purified. So in this way, Srila Maharaj mentioned about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's speciality, that he did not only speak or write like the Shaktavesh avatar of Lord like Vedavyas, he practically showed through his life that how one can really uplift one's consciousness
and then get opportunity to make the Lord sit in his heart.
महाराज
Srila Maharaj mentioned one more thing in between, that how Sriman Mahaprabhu, even though he asked devotees that on the day of Gundicha Mandir Marjan, on the day of Gundicha Mandir Marjan, Sriman Mahaprabhu, what he did, that he asked the devotees to get together at his place. So they got together, and Sriman Mahaprabhu, he himself gave mala and chandan to them first. That the act of like thinking that we want to clean our heart is praiseworthy. It's you are a very special person that you are coming with this mood. That's why you are worshipable. So Sriman Mahaprabhu gave them mala and chandan by saying that you desire to clean your consciousness. Okay, you are respectable and honorable person. So by considering this, Mahaprabhu gave them mala and chandan, and then started with Nagar Sankirtan. With Kirtan, they proceeded for Gundicha Mandir.
And then Srila Maharaj mentioned the second thing is that it's not that because they are going to clean the temple, which is very dirty from long time, that they can wear dirty dress. No, they did not change their dress with a dirty dress. Instead, they wear new clothes and went for this work, this service. Why? Because this service is not different from Archan. So why? Because Archan means we want to invite Lord so that He can accept our service. So in this particular activity, one is going forward to invite the Lord, come and sit in my heart. So he goes with a very pure consciousness, with pure clothes. That's why Mahaprabhu gave mala and chandan. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.